Alright, this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have the Omega O2 juicer. Now, I love this juicer because it's about at the $100 price point, just around $100. So for $100 you're going to get a juicer with a 5-year warranty. Other juicers, like juicers on an infomercial that's really popular right now, they have a 60 or 90-day warranty and it costs a lot more than, around $100. So, a juicer should be considered an investment in your health, because every day you drink more fresh fruit and vegetable juice, you will be healthier. We're all told that we should eat at least 5 to 9 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables a day, and most people don't do that, and that's what the Omega O2 juicer allows you just to do. Eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. So let's go ahead and get right into this juicer, how it works, and we're going to go ahead and show you how it is to assemble and disassemble and how easy it is to juice. So the first thing I want to do is show you how easy it is to assemble and disassemble. So the first part that comes out is the pusher. Now you only ever want to use the pusher in the juicer, never want to stick your hands or your fingers down it or any other kind of item like a knife or anything. The next thing is it has 2 latch arms, one on each side. It'll loosen these latch arms, they'll come right off. That will then allow you to pull off the top dome housing. I like this dome housing on this machine because it's a smoke color. You can see through, so you can actually kind of see what's happening inside the juicer. That can be very beneficial sometimes. And then the next part is there's this finger nut in here that you'll just unscrew, and it actually holds the blade and juicing screen assembly together. And one thing about the Omega O2 juicer that not a lot of other juicers have in this price point is a separate blade and basket assembly. So if the blade should wear out, you could just get another blade. You don't need to buy a whole new basket. The other thing that's really nice is a lot of baskets on the juicers in this price range actually are not 100% stainless steel. They're actually stainless steel. Some actually may even have a plastic frame, and some even have like a plastic bottom. So with the Omega O2 juicer, this is 100% stainless steel and won't rust or anything like that. Next, we have the main juicing body, and the juicing body has basically a removable collar, plastic collar, so that makes washing this piece really easy. A problem seen on other juicers is that when you have the collar and it's all one piece, getting underneath this lip to get things that's stuck on underneath is very, very hard to clean, and most of the times you can't get it clean. With the Omega O2 juicer, you literally just take it off and you could clean each part individually to ensure that you get it 100% clean when you're finished. The other things that you have is you're going to have a nice oversized pulp catch bin. So this pulp catch bin holds a lot more pulp than other juicers in this price category. And what I'd recommend before you start juicing is actually use a plastic produce bag, that you buy your produce in. And literally all you're going to do is you're going to take your plastic produce bag, open it up, and you're going to put it in pulp catch bin and basically line it like you would line your garbage can at home. And once you do that, all the pulp is going to go in here, and it's going to make cleaning this a lot easier, because trust me, once you start juicing some carrots or some cucumbers and other things, especially the carrots, they're nice and orange, they have an orange pulp, it's going to stain your nice white pulp catch bin. So this makes cleanup a lot easier. And once you're done with the pulp, you could feed that pulp to your dog or your pets, or I do worm composting at my house, or even just regular compost it. Really good. Some people make carrot cakes with the pulp too. So it's nice that you line the pulp catch bin. So the assembly, so we'll do this one step at a time. You're basically going to take the main stainless steel body. Now once again, this is stainless steel. I didn't point this out earlier, but it's a stainless steel. A lot of juicers in this price range have a plastic basically body, which is harder to clean, and plastic does tend to stain. The other feature in this juicer that not a lot of other juicers have is this little lip here in the spout, and what this does, it prevents basically the juice from splashing as much as it would if a lot of juicers don't have that little lip there to prevent the splashing. So it's an anti-splash guard. So when we assemble the juicer, we put the bowl on first, a stainless steel bowl. Then second, we take this collar and we put the collar on, and you'll notice in the collar there's a U-shaped thing here, indentation, and we want to line that up with the front of the juicer where the spout comes out. The other thing that I want to point out is that when you put the juicer in, the spout comes out here, and there's a little indentation here on the juicer, which is the front part, and you need to line those up. So once you do that, they're into place. Then next, you're going to take your juicing screen and your blade assembly and line those up. So as you can see here in the middle of the blade, it's like a hexagonal shape, and you're going to want to line it up so that they're both matching. Both the screen assembly and the blade are lined up. You're going to then put that onto the motor housing. It's going to lock into place, and you're going to take your little nut here and screw that on. Now, you don't want to use pliers or anything to screw this on. It doesn't have to be too tight, but you don't want to just leave it loose. I just did it loose, and now that's too loose. You want it tight enough so that it doesn't come off when you're juicing, but not over tight. So nice finger tight, nice and firm on there. Once you get that in there, then you're going to take the top, the housing, the clear housing, and that little divot here is going to line up in the front. So this always goes towards the front in this little indentation there. You're going to put that in, and once you have that in, then you're just going to take the latch arms, put it up, and latch them down. Now, if the latch arms don't latch down easily, that's because something isn't aligned right and you don't have it assembled. So don't latch the latch arms down unless they go fairly easy, because you could break one of your latch arms. So today I'm going to start off by juicing carrots. Now, carrots is something that most people want to juice because it's really hard. So we could get all the nutrition from the carrot by juicing the carrot, and if we were to sit here to eat the carrot, we're not going to get all the nutrition out because there's a lot of fiber in the carrot, and we don't have digestive systems like a cow or other animal that could really digest and get all the nutrients out of the carrot. And that's why juicing is so beneficial. It allows you basically to get the nutrients out of the carrot into a liquid form, and when it's in a liquid form, our bodies could much more easily digest and extract those nutrients out of the juice, and that's why juicing is so beneficial. So let's go ahead and start and running the juicer, and we'll start juicing. So you can see this juicer works really fast. I just put in 2 carrots. Now let's go ahead and juice some apples here. I generally like to do a carrot, apple, celery juice. So we'll go ahead and put some celery in there. Now this juicer is really good for juicing most hard produce such as carrots and celery and cucumbers. Let's go ahead and put a cucumber in there. But say you wanted to juice some spinach. So we're going to juice some spinach here. And while you can use spinach with the Omega O2 juicer, it's not going to be that efficient at juicing spinach. So if you want to juice a lot of spinach or other kind of leafy greens, you might want to look towards the Omega 8000 series juicers or the Omega Vert juicer. So nonetheless, you can see spinach juice coming out of the juicer, but the yield's not going to be that high. Something I really like to juice also too is collard greens. So we have some collard greens here, and we're basically going to roll those up and literally stick them in the juicer. Now this juicer will juice greens and collard greens, but once again, it's not going to have the highest yield on when you're juicing the collard leaves. It'd be much better to have a different kind of juicer. But if you want to juice mostly carrots and apples and other things, and then sometimes juice collards, this is a good juicer. And when you're feeding things into the juicer, you want to give a slow and downward pressing. You don't want to just slam the plunger down too quick, because then it's going to run the produce through the juicer too quickly, and you're not going to achieve as high of a yield as if you just go at a nice, smooth pace. So let's go ahead and juice some more celery here. And the celery literally just goes right through the juicer really easy. One finger pushing it down in there. More carrots. So you see, it was that easy to juice with the Omega O2 juicer, and at the $100 price point, this is probably one of the best buys in juicers today. It does have a 5-year warranty, and probably the best thing if you wanted, if you're just getting into juicing, this is the best investment that you could make, other than, a lot of the juicers at the department stores may cost, around $50, but they have really short warranties, and that's where this juicer definitely shines for the person that wants to just get into juicing and juice a variety of foods that they don't know exactly what they want to juice, including things like celery, apples, carrots, cucumbers, and some greens. If somebody wants to juice mostly greens, I would not recommend this, but this is a good starting juicer to kind of get the hang of it, to see it. And if you're really into it, then maybe upgrade later. This will also juice things like grapes, but it's not super efficient at that. But it's a really good juicer at its price point. It actually does juice pineapples actually fairly well too. So this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com, and be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.